Today I'm on a syndicate water in Cambridgeshire, and I noticed on Facebook there's a couple in the last, say, 2 weeks. There's been a couple of posts. I don't know if it's the same person or not, but he's been asking about what bait boat is suitable for catfish fishing due to the size of the rigs and the weights that they use. He's obviously thinking like a predator angler rather than or as opposed to just pellets. So all the answers that he got didn't come, they didn't answer his question, really didn't answer his question, is what type of boat suitable for big baits and heavy weights. And he was getting replies about, I've got this and this one, that one and all that lot. But I think you'll find that one of the best boats, if not the best boat to use, is the Microcats. And I've got the HD version here. I'm going to go through the rigs and show you why I think, and a lot of other long-term cat anglers think the same. It's got 2 hoppers. As you can see, it's quite long. It is a big boat. 2 batteries. You can get them with sonar and all that lot, or you can use a deeper. I use a deeper, and I put Velcro on here. I got an arm from eBay, and then I use a deeper that way on the back. But going on to the boat with the rigs now, I'll just show you the length of the rigs. These catfish rigs have long uplinks. So you put some putty on there. Let's say I'm going to use this lead here for an example. So there's my lead coming off there, and there's the rig. That's how I would position that now. And then I would put loads of bait, you know, if I was sending out a shed load of bait or just some free offerings, I'd do it that way. That's the block rig. It's the same with the pellet rig. I mean, it's just exactly the same thing as what the block rig is. There's no difference. You can lie it out there. You put tungsten putty on it to keep the upling down on the deck. But this boat will take him. There's not another boat, I don't think, or I've not seen one yet, that way you can stretch a rig that long. And in fact, this one's a little bit. I noticed this one's a little bit longer. Yeah, there's quite a difference, and there's a couple of inches. And the block rig is the longest one, and that actually goes in quite nice. So as you can see there's no tangle. That's going to drop down with no tangles whatsoever. Once it's in the water, then you would tighten your line up and possibly straighten it out. The thing is, when you're using different types of rigs from pellet rigs, so I'm actually fishing with polypole rigs. I normally just to let you know, I normally fish with braid, and I've done for years. And you notice this is mono. I'm actually trialling the mono for the company. For those of you that don't know, it's a live bait rig. What you do is open the hopper, take it from the back, take it all in. Now on the outside of each hopper at the back, there's a groove underneath, and that allows, when you've got tungsten tubing on, it'll pull through, depending on how thick that tungsten tubing is. I use very, very narrow tubing, and it will actually, I can pull it up and down with the hopper shut. So, but you hold it like that, close the hopper cover, or the hopper door, sorry. I put the lead weight in the corner, and then I pull all the excess line back out. And then get the rig, I lay the rig out just like that. that is how I would lay that rig out in there now, and then I would have my bait fish would be on there on the end. When you come to drop it, and the lead goes first, and the fish at the polyballs behind, so it just comes down perfect wherever you're going to drop it. And again, like I say, that there is using a live bait lead or a bell lead. Another thing that these boats are handy for, the Catzilla one, and your hook link comes out of here, out of the soft rubber sponge. That's fluorescent, by the way, but your hook link comes out of there with your swivel attached and put into the rubber tube in there. That's flexible so that your live bait can move about and it's not restricted. It only has to move a little bit and that'll keep it bouncing about. On the other end you would have your buffer bead and then the lead weight, and the same applies now with this as what it did with the other rig. I would put the lead weight in the corner, put this through, I'd bring me live bait over and rest it in there, then I'd pull this through, and as I'm pulling it through, the live bait will just about move, because your live bait hook link is stiff mono and it shouldn't be longer than the actual dumbbell. It needs to be shorter, otherwise the fish will swim around and tangle it up. So once I've got that in, I'll put the lead on the side there, close the hopper, put the lead down, and then take the spare line out so that the lead is the same position as it was with the block rig and the pellet rig. So you're looking at the rig is sat there, and I'll sit it like that with my hook link coming down and the fish underneath. So when I drop it, and there's no weight on this, it just drops out. A lot of cat anglers, a few cat anglers will tow it behind them, have the lead weight in there, but when you tow a dumbbell rig out, you've got to hold your rod up vertical and keep your line out of the water, because your dumbbell will be trailing behind the boat, and you want your line up. If you don't, you keep it down, it's going to get tangled. So I find it much easier to do it that way. It all goes in one hopper. The other way of doing it is, some people prefer the dumbbell in one hopper and then come underneath and put the lead weight and the bait in here, or the lead weight in there and the dumbbell the dumbbell and the bait in this hopper, and then put the lead weight in the other hopper, and then drop both hoppers at the same time. So I hope that's helped answer that question at least. If you're going to take catfishing up seriously and look at the predatory side of the catfish, which is what they are, they're predators, then it's well worth looking at getting one of these boats. Well worth it, because they'll take any and all catfish rigs. I hope that's sort of answered that bloke's question if he ever sees this video, and I hope it's helped everybody else and those of you that are thinking of getting a boat and taking catfishing up. Thanks for watching.